You talk about 6 inches now. That's a lot.
Fly ball left field. Nate McClouth is there. And the magical season of the Baltimore Orioles continues.
Ball and 2 strikes on Goins. Ground ball to first. There's Pierce. And the Orioles are champions of the AL East.
And everybody knows he's ready to fire on the first one. Bases loaded. Young swings, line drive. That is down and to the wall. Cruz is in. Pierce is in. Party around third. He's going to try to score. And safe. The Orioles have the lead.
With the first selection of the 2019 MLB Draft, the Baltimore Orioles select Adley Rutschman, a catcher from Oregon State University.
Welcome back, everybody. It is episode 52, the Ray Lewis episode of the Talking Birdie podcast. I said I wasn't going to do it.
He said he wasn't going to do it. Now
but I did it.
We got the football crowd in, man. Now we got them. They're hooked.
Guys, let me finish my goddamn intro.
Get back to your fucking intro, man.
It's episode 52 of the Talking Birdie podcast. We took a week off for absolutely no goddamn reason.
No reason.
But we're here. We're back. It's the final regular season episode of the year. It's a season finale. So here we go. Boys, Josh, Brad, I don't have to introduce you because you already chimed in and introduced yourselves.
No, we didn't. We didn't say our names.
Okay, whatever. How are you guys doing?
You know, I do know why we took a week off last week. It's because, the Yankees fans were just so mean and we're just so weak. You know, we're Orioles fans. Like, we can't pitch to Aaron Judge. This is just such a terrible fan base, awful city. You know, the crime rate here, Ryan.
Oh, wow. Do tell me about it. I don't think I've heard about it.
That's what they always say. That's what the boomers from other cities always say.
I know.
But in general, I'm doing well. Kind of happy the season's over almost in a way, even though this was such a great season. It's hard to watch ball games every night. 162 games is a long time. Playoff baseball is coming. Honestly, I'm not that excited for the playoffs either. I just hope a couple teams do well, but generally we're doing good. How you doing, man?
All right. I do want to point out, just so nobody gets too upset, Ryan, since you said it's a season finale. To clarify, yes, it is a finale of this season. We still are going to be recording every other week during the off season. So to everyone who got super upset at that comment, don't worry about it. You're still going to be hearing from our dumbasses all winter long. But other than that, yeah, everything's all right, man. Yeah, it's been a fun year. And I'm looking forward to see what the offseason has in store and what the future has to bring to us. So we should have some hopefully exciting guests lined up for this offseason. We're going to be working on that here soon. But we're going to do our best to keep bringing you guys some solid content. So, yeah.
Facts. Our only excuse next week is that we told you about it in advance, last week. It's going to be the same as the last episode period was, but
We just had the decency to tell you about it this time.
yeah, we weren't assholes.
That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the reality is we do whatever the fuck we want. So,
Yeah.
as judging by our one fantasy completed fantasy period since July.
but we calculated today, right? You guys calculated today, right?
We did.
I did.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I'm excited about it.
We're going to see if Ryan can get his first W of the year.
What a Cinderella story that would be.
Happened to me last year.
I have no idea how I did. So it seems like you did okay.
I have no idea how I did, but you had a good week or a couple weeks from Norby. He got you like 50 points, but
Norby's a goat, bro.
But I don't know like how well like Adley and Rom were able to pull you up to like where me and Ryan have been. I don't know. We will see.
Wow.
Josh, you didn't do that good, buddy.
I didn't do that good. Damn.
Nah. I mean, it's not disgraceful. but it's not great either.
That's what I'm saying though. Like a non-disgraceful week could actually like pull through in like a 3-person draft.
So it's not disgraceful like the Ravens blowing a 21-point lead and a 17-point lead twice in a 3-week span. Not
both games at home. No, not even close to that level of disgraceful. Fold the fucking Baltimore Ravens, dude. Oh my God. What a disgrace they are. What an absolute disgrace. They're going to run themselves into the ground. You know how people have only cared about the Ravens for the past like 10 years in Baltimore? Going forward, it's going to be the exact opposite because ownership, coaching, management are all running this once proud franchise into the ground, all for the sake of the Raven way.
You almost perfectly quoted George Costanza in Seinfeld there when he's shitting on Steinbrenner.
Well, whatever.
I will say at some point during this season, they're going to win 2 or 3 games in a row, and people are going to be like, "Oh, told you so, Ryan." And
don't care.
Like negative publicity, but we'll be like, "It's okay." Any publicity,
let me know.
Good publicity.
Hit me back when they lose in the wild card round again, if they're even able to make the playoffs.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't really give a shit what they do in the regular season anymore. Like,
I mean,
they have one playoff win since 2014. It's been like 8 years.
Yep.
So hey, have some fucking success in the playoffs. How about we actually put forward a winning roster and not just, make some shitty little frugal moves here to hopefully get to the playoffs, and maybe, just maybe if everything goes right, we'll make a little run.
That's it, man.
Fuck the Ravens. Anyway, I am still in a fantastic mood over the weekend. The Ravens could not ruin it because my boys in red and white, the Arsenal, won the North London Derby against Tottenham Hotspur. So you guys don't grasp the depth of this because you don't watch the Premier League, but think about one team in sports that you hate the most. Josh, who is it for you? Who do you hate the most? Okay. Brad, who is it for you?
Geez. I mean, it really varies depending on who's good and who's bad. So, I mean, sometimes I'd say the Steelers, sometimes I'd say the National. Right now, it's probably the Blue Jays just lately, but that'll probably change at some point during.
Lifelong Raven fan Brad, what are your thoughts on the Kenny Pickett era beginning in Pittsburgh?
Hey. I'm in the middle of something.
Actually, I'm going to answer that real quick. It's funny you asked that because I'm in a 16-team fantasy league that's really watered down at quarterbacks, and Trey Lance got hurt, and I picked up Kenny Pickett. So
let's go.
I hope he does okay while the Steelers still lose games. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay,
go ahead, Ryan.
So amplify your hatred for those teams by about 15.
Well, I mean, Iowa State basketball fans used to threaten to kill me in my DMs because of what I would say. So, 15?
Yeah,
can we at least call it like close to even?
No.
Okay.
No, because this team is the only one that, like, when I see people out in public wearing their merchandise, I feel genuine resentment and hatred in my heart.
It's me with the Yankees.
Yeah, so
as a kid that was me. Yeah, I don't feel that way towards the Yankees as much now, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Every year play them twice like you do every single team, and Arsenal played them at home on Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m., and they beat the fucking brakes off of them, and it was a glorious day. It was a glorious day. I was singing. There's a song that every time Tottenham lose an away game, there's a song the home crowd sings that goes, "Tottenham get battered everywhere they go." And I sang that around my house all day on Saturday.
Good, buddy. Saturday afternoon, I ran around the room elated, screaming, "Fuck you" with the TV when Iowa State's kicker missed a game-tying kick against Kansas in a game that we really probably didn't deserve to win, but we were underdogs and pulled it out to go 5-0. And Iowa State handed it to us. And I was pretty happy about that. And now, next thing you know, College Game Day is heading to Lawrence, Kansas next week, and your boy's going to be there. So,
I knew you were going to go. I knew you were going to go, dude.
I'm there.
The second I saw it, I was sitting on the couch with my wife, and I said, As soon as I saw it, I was like, bet you Brad just booked a fucking flight to Lawrence.
I did today. I made the official decision today. That's booked now. I'm fucking going. College game day will probably never be there again in my lifetime.
Probably
And
not.
I
Probably
was
not.
I was already planning. I was either good. I told a buddy of mine I'm going to make it out for one game this year, and initially I was going to go out on the 12th against Texas, but I figure by that point we'll be like 5-4 or 6-3, and we won't be 5-0 with College game day coming to town. So I'm just going to knock it out this weekend.
Cleared the schedule.
Yep.
Who do they play this week?
TCU. So it's going to be a tough game because TCU just smacked Oklahoma.
Well, they have Gunnar Henderson, so
They have Gunnar Henderson too, yes. So it's going to be tough to slow that guy down.
Yes,
he's all
indeed.
over the place.
But
Indeed. Well, you have a great time with that, bud. That's going to be awesome.
realistically, I predicted they'll probably beat us, but it's not. Their TCU's a 6-point favorite. We'll see what happens.
That can go either way, man.
It should be a
really
fun
can.
time. It should be a fun time. Yeah, we've been underdogs in 3 of the 5 games we've won this year, so we'll see.
Are they ranked yet? I know they were okay. They are now.
They just popped into the top 25. They're at number 17 in one poll and number 19 in another. So for a team that hasn't done better than 3-9 since 2009, having a little bit of fun this year. Can't take that away.
Can't take it away. It's good, man.
That's outstanding. That's really good.
Yes, sir.
Fun shit. Well, do you guys want to get in?
Josh, do you have any exciting stories about any side sports teams that you want to talk about? No,
Not
nothing.
at the moment. I mean, this is the first football game I watched in like years. Was Steelers Jets. Have just put it on while we were painting the living room, and like Steelers were down early. They got the momentum going. I think they took like a 20-13 lead, and then as soon as I turned the TV back on, they had lost. The Kenny Pickett era starts out with an L.
The Steelers are bad.
They're
Ryan,
terrible.
it sounds like Josh had a little bit of enthusiasm in his voice towards the Steelers, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I live here, like the atmosphere around here. So listen, I came to this, completion the other day. The Pirates have been so bad for so long here. Like they still talk fondly about like Neil Walker era here. Like that's bad. It's really bad. Neil Walker did not have that big of a MLB career. But the Steelers have always been good. The Penguins have usually been good, but I'd say the Steelers have probably been better. Everyone here is a football fan. Like everybody, they wear. Everyone at the grocery store has Steeler jerseys on, like 3 days out of the week. Like it's nuts here. Like you can't kind of get a little like secondhand excitement.
I know. I hear you.
You understand?
And I will say, and I've told you guys this, as much as I hate like bandwagon Steelers fans that are 25 years old and brag about 6 Super Bowls that they were alive for 2. Like, sweet. I've seen the Ravens win 2 in my lifetime, and I'm actually from Baltimore. So
they're from here. They're from Frederick.
Yeah. The local Steelers fans I experienced last year were a pleasure. So I'll give them that.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
They're nice. I've found that in as I've now gotten started traveling for sports, having experience with like visiting fans at certain games and then going to their place, like almost every time people in their home area, like the real people that are from that area and they love that team, are the nicest. They're fine.
I didn't feel that way about Cleveland.
Well, fuck Cleveland.
Cleveland dropped the ball.
That place is the armpit of the United States.
Now, there were some people in Cleveland that were cool, but there was a much higher percentage of shitholes there. Is what I'll say.
I haven't had much road experience with games, but Cleveland's the only time where it really stood out, and I just like actually didn't feel like welcome.
Really? So I'm not just grasping at straws here. You felt the same way then?
No, I mean, I told Ryan, I think I said it on this podcast before, like I wore an Orioles jersey to Cleveland when the Orioles came there, and like a bunch of the high school kids who had just gotten out of school were just like telling me have a nice drive back to Baltimore, and like just like screaming in my face, I'm going back to Michigan. It was a 2-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of my favorite memories from a sports fan yelling at me at an away game was at a Ravens playoff game in Kansas City when I was in college at KU. Yelling at me and my Ravens fan buddies, fuck you, at least we have Josh Selby. And Josh Selby was a KU basketball player who was the number 1 recruit in the nation out of Baltimore. So I said, yeah, okay. Well, first off, I go to KU. Second off, Josh Selby's a Ravens fan, so you can go fuck yourself, Chiefs bitch. So that was funny.
It's good.
Chiefs, bitch. I like that.
Oh yeah, she was like running up to us screaming after the game. Fuck you, motherfuckers. At least we have Josh Selby. So do I. And he's a Ravens fan. So fuck you.
So what are we talking about?
We could get to Orioles here at some point, though.
I mean, we could. We definitely could do that.
Listen.
It's not our season finale or anything.
We are guys who have other interests, and we want to give people a sneak peek into our lives.
Yes,
So,
and I just want to finish out with this. If you listen to this podcast and you like the O's and the Ravens and all that stuff, but you also are a Tottenham fan, stop listening to this podcast. That's all I wanted to say.
Very niche market there, but
Yes.
someone out there maybe.
Oh, I know someone. I talk shit to him on Twitter all the time.
It's not Ben, is it?
Ben doesn't know enough to
Okay.
actually engage in shit talk. Everything he knows about the Premier League is from me.
I've never seen someone so dedicated to being a troll as just like Ben. Just every single tweet you have.
He's so dumb. Ben, if you're listening to this, eat a cock.
yeah, fuck you, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny is you don't know who we're talking about, but if you did, you would say the same thing.
I've never interacted with him, but I have seen you interact with him. So I know who you're talking about, but I do not know him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should see. I have a whole DM thread of me explaining the Premier League to him. So everything he knows is because of me. So he has no leg to stand on.
Right on.
Guys, I just want you guys to weigh in on the absolute disgusting disrespect to the game of baseball that was Oriole pitchers daring to not serve up a BP meatball to Aaron Judge so he can hit his fake record-breaking home run. I can't believe they had the gall to do such a thing. What are your guys' thoughts?
I'm embarrassed to be an Orioles fan, to be honest with you. You said the Ravens are a disgrace to Baltimore. I'm not saying you're wrong on that, but the Orioles pussing out on pitching to Aaron Judge for his record-breaking home run.
That's not a record.
It's not a record. It's an AL record, right?
The seventh most in American MLB history.
It's an AL record because we care about league records now.
Even though both leagues are fucking identical now.
Yeah.
I like that both leagues get their own awards, but I don't think the records should matter.
It should be like a minor note, like a headline, like, oh, he broke the AL record. Okay. Like, and that should be the end of it. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be cutting in, to every single American sporting event that's airing.
Yeah, Roger Maris Jr. blowing his entire inheritance on going to Yankees games to see.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. No, I'm sure he's getting hooked up. He's got to be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Free tickets. it'd be funnier. It'd be funnier your way though.
I can't believe all those Yankees fans came to see Austin Voth and Spencer Watkins strike Aaron Judge out.
You guys think about how many people in New York right now in the Bronx are walking around with storage in their phone being taken up of Aaron Judge striking out.
Yeah,
because they all filmed every single pitch, every background. Everyone's just like,
yeah.
Yep.
And so all they've got is a shitty video of Judge striking out or walking. But I mean, who cares?
I mean, the Jack Curry guy had like the worst take out of this whole thing. I saw like a lot of Yankees fans were like, just give him a good pitch. But you have a guy go on like national TV or whatever it was. I think it was on Yes Network, but still, and say like the Orioles weren't giving him competitive pitches, competitive at bats, and really don't want their name in the history book, because the point he kept trying to drive home. He's like, I don't remember who gave up Barry Bonds' 73rd home run or whatever. It's like, dude, I don't think they're thinking about that either.
So you think that people will remember the name of the Orioles pitcher that gave up a fake record-breaking home run? What kind of backwards ass logic is that?
Yeah.
I mean, get a grip, dude.
Ben McDonald with the best tweet in this situation. Who is this dude? Cry me a river. I have a pretty good feeling he's never played the great game of baseball or put on a jockstrap in his life. The Orioles don't know Aaron Judge or the Yankees a damn thing. Carry on. Ben McDonald's badass.
I love that he decided to just throw the jockstrap thing in there. Like it has anything to do with anything.
That doesn't have shit to do.
But have you put on man thongs that cradle your balls in a cup? Have you? I don't think you have.
And then I think Jack Curry responded to it yesterday or something. It was also cringe. I don't want to find it at this moment, but it was just cringe.
Yeah, he did what everybody does that gets called out is they try to do this high road, you know.
Would love to talk with you about it, man.
Yeah, would love to talk about it. And then they also decide to change what they meant after the fact.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to go on TV when you have no devil's advocate at the table, like trying to talk, you know, a point against you, which is where we give what's it called? First Take a lot of credit, is they actually like make an attempt to have pushback. But this guy goes on Yankees, you know, TV or whatever, and just gives an awful take that gets no pushback because it's Yankees TV.
Yep.
I need Max Kellerman just in his face going like, "You son of a bitch, you never put on the jockstrap."
I love it.
Hey Josh, can you enable a certain setting that I always ask you to enable on Zoom?
Of course. I
Please
can't believe we didn't do this at the beginning.
I know. I forgot about it. Appreciate you. Yeah. Carry on, guys. You don't need to. You know.
Okay, we're not worried about nothing over here.
No, yeah, but all I'm gonna say is that Jack Curry guy.
Retarded.
It's back.
It's so back.
It's so back. And guess what? I didn't even have to re-put the sound files in there. I downloaded the same program and opened it up, and everything was already there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You just got to redo the Ben McDonald one still.
It's fantastic.
I can't deal with the slow 6
Oh,
inches.
what? You mean like this?
You talk about 6 inches now. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Gonna take it away.
It's been raining for, I don't know, 3 straight days here in Maryland. And I got to say, the whole outside.
Yeah, still pretty wet.
Have you guys been getting like storms and like a lot of wind or anything?
No,
or just,
it's basically been consistent light rain.
Yep.
It's the pain.
Straight up like Pacific Northwest
Like,
vibes.
I was
just gray and sprinkling the whole time.
Yeah, like I walked out on the fairways today, and it's not like it was squishy wet or anything. The ground it's been so dry here that the ground still was not like that soft. Even though it's been raining for 3 days straight, it's all been like light rain, not doing much.
It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain again tomorrow too.
Yeah, it just makes it chilly and kind of miserable and wet outside. But
that ground is just simply built different.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know how it's been out in Frederick, Ryan, but pretty much got that dog in him. pretty much every rainstorm has missed Ellicott City all summer long. It's actually been really irritating because sometimes I just kind of want a free day off from that shit. And I didn't get it all summer.
We get hit with like everything because it comes through. It comes from the west. It always comes from the west. We get hit with it every single time.
It's been hitting you and then breaking up before it gets to Ellicott City.
Because the mountains.
Yeah,
it breaks up over the mountains.
We're 40 minutes apart.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So Jack Curry, eat your heart out, brother. I hope Judge doesn't hit it tonight or tomorrow or ever. And we can talk all about how all he did was tie the fake record.
Yeah, that would be pretty devastating to a lot of people. So I'm rooting for it.
Yep.
And to Judge's credit, I will say that's probably the best like bet on yourself year you can probably have. Like I thought Simeon did it last year, but like Judge this year, man, denied the Yankees contract and then just did this.
I mean, yeah, I honestly don't have anything against Aaron Judge. Like, he's not the one that's pushing all this shit. It's just, everyone else involved with it.
Aaron Judge said Barry Bonds holds the record, and everyone's still like, but Aaron, you're about to set the record. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not. And they're like, but you are.
Yeah.
Aaron, come on.
So stupid. So stupid. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, I mean, I don't have any ill feelings toward Judge. I think he looks like Shrek, but I don't have any ill feelings towards him.
He's having a 10.5 WAR season. I hope he gets paid a lot of money by a team that's not in the AL East next year. So.
Yep. That would
Congrats,
be the ideal scenario for sure.
I wouldn't mind if he got paid a lot of money by a team in the AL East, and then that ends up being a bad contract in like 3 years.
I saw someone say that the Orioles should try to sign Judge because like he's a feared bat in the lineup, and it's like, dog, we're gonna have to pay him like $300 million like
Plus,
for a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, probably more than $300 million. I mean, unless he wants to take a 6 or 7 year deal.
Right.
I think he's looking at like a 10-year, $400 million kind of thing at this point.
Yeah, he could demand
The
it.
fuck is going to give him that?
Somebody will. I bet.
Somebody will. The Yankees probably won't, but like I wouldn't put it past like the Dodgers to do that.
The Rangers. The Rangers. After what they did last offseason. Yeah, I could see them. I
For
could
the
see
Rockies because they're retarded.
Yeah.
Retarded.
I was waiting on it. Oh man.
What a dog shit fucking game this is. Oh, Keegan Aiken's in. Yeah, I'm not watching this anymore. So guys, do we want to talk about this? I guess we can bring it up. Josh, talk about our next point, please.
We'll bring it up as part of the reflection. How about we switch these two topics here?
Okay.
And then we'll do this, and then we'll do that. There you go. So
Okay. Oh God, there's no spacing.
I know,
Jesus, Josh.
you fix it. You fix
Jesus. I'm trying. Now I just made bigger spaces above here. Oh God.
it.
Oh, they're so bad.
So to intro this topic, I guess I will bring up the stretch from I think about a week and a half ago or something. We didn't record. We recorded like the night before the stretch started. But Jordan Lyles, Kyle Bradish, and Dean Kramer threw the best 3-game stretch of Orioles pitching in like probably in recent memory. I don't know, but Kyle Bradish is 8.2 scoreless. Gave up like 1 hit or something like that. Got like a game score of 90. 2 hits, game score of like 90, no walks in that game. It's the best start by an Oriole this year. It wasn't even a full complete game like Lyles and Kramer threw. But this kind of leads into the bigger question of what does the 2023 rotation look like if you just use in-house options? But like at the beginning of the season, I don't think we had kind of penciled in Kramer for next year at all. He seems to have solidified a spot in the rotation. Kyle Bradish has certainly deserved a spot next year. But like, what do you guys think?
Hold on. Just in-house options. We can't factor in any free agent signings.
Okay, if you want to say like this spot and this spot are blah 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 Orioles pitchers, and then like insert good free agent, but like try to stick with like names that we know are a certain thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna say like a name. I'm just gonna say a free agent starter.
It's a good.
Brad, you can start, buddy.
Okay. So yeah, I'd agree. Kramer pretty much has a spot locked in. Kyle Bradish, I would say pretty much as well. You figured John Means is going to be coming back.
Whatever that looks like.
Yeah. Grayson Rodriguez. So yeah, give me those guys plus a legitimate free agent. That's what I would say. Now other candidates that are on the outside looking in, Mike Baumann did okay. He got off to a rough start. He had a pretty solid second half, I think. So, I mean, he's, at least decent depth. I don't think he's so much. I don't think he's going to be in the opening day rotation or anything, but he's a guy who could contribute next year. Austin Voth, another guy who I'll admit I was not very high on. He had a pretty good year. He's another guy who could be some depth, like a depth piece right there. So, yeah, John Means, Kyle Bradish, Dean Kramer, Grayson Rodriguez, and a free agent is what I would say.
Okay. Ryan.
You go.
Okay. I think I'm pretty spot on with what Brad said. I don't really know what you do with DL Hall or Tyler Wells, because Tyler Wells was a low 3 ERA guy first half of the season, struggled with a little bit of injury, and then had a couple bad starts. And I think he's shut down for the rest of the year now. But I think, I don't know, he was like surprisingly good as a starter, and then last year as a end of the game kind of reliever, he was also a good option there. I kind of think you want to kick him back in there though. I don't know. That feels like the more logical option with this many starting pitching options. And then like DL Hall, like kind of the same thing. Like I don't think he's demanded a spot in next year's rotation by any means, but also like he hasn't been good in the pen either. So I don't really know what you do with him. But I like the Gray Rod Means, Kramer, Bradish free agent rotation. It's pretty solid.
I wasn't even thinking about Tyler Wells, so that muddies it up even a little bit more. I'll still stick with what I said, but yeah, that makes it a little tougher for sure.
Because like Tyler Wells is a solidified major league pitcher at this point.
Yeah.
But like he's not better than any of those guys in the rotation that we mentioned, but he's also like hasn't been in the bullpen all year.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we don't know what John Means is going to be like, so it's possible he could be better than John.
Yeah, he's your wild card, and maybe Bradish just never gets better than this. If that's like the other I hope that doesn't happen. Like, there's a couple like very variations that could happen. Like Kramer could just not be good next year. Who knows?
Yeah. Now I will say, the fact that Jordan Lyles in his second to last start had a really good start terrifies me.
It's a lot of leverage.
And you guys know why. You guys know why that terrifies me. I cannot go through another year of him being in the rotation, even though he did better than I thought he would, but he still sucks.
I'm really 50-50 on whether or not they'll pick up his option.
I don't think they will, but I'm a little more scared now they had a really good start. And if he has another good start, I'll be a little bit more scared. So I kind of hope he gets shelled in his last start. I don't kind of hope he gets shelled. I just really hope he gets shelled.
It's up in the air if he's even going to pitch again.
Yeah, he went 7 innings on 3 days rest the other day. Consumer of innings, Jordan.
Didn't he pitch the first game of the Yankees series?
He pitched was it the first game?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He went 7 innings on 3 days rest.
Yeah, that was that game. Okay.
So then wouldn't he be due up on Wednesday?
I think he's set to start the last game of the year.
He would be due up, but they're still TBA.
Right.
Yeah.
Which leaves a sliver of chance. It could be Grayson. Maybe a Grayson Jordan Lyles piggyback, so Lyles can set his new career high in innings or something.
Yeah.
That would be
I don't
cool,
know.
but
I don't give a
doubt it.
shit. Who cares?
I do, because I don't want Jordan Lyles' option to be picked up.
Oh, I don't either. I'm just
because
saying what they do on Wednesday.
Jordan Lyles. And I'll still say he did suck this year, even though I admit he was better than I thought. But you can't expect him to be you got to expect he's going to regress next year.
He's 32 years old.
This was like one of the best years of his 10-year career, and it was still well below average.
If he pitches 4 more outs, it would be his career high in innings.
Yes, he was well below average, and this was one of the best years of his career. Like, why? No, he's going to be fucking worse if he comes back next year. And next year's playoffs are bust for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Jordan Lyles anywhere near him.
He's not a playoff caliber pitcher for any team.
Nope.
And people say, "Oh, but he's fine for a number 5 guy." Yeah, but is he better than he's fine for a number 5 guy on a shit team? Maybe. Is he better than the guys that we just went through? No.
He was perfect for the 2022 Orioles because he ate the innings that we maybe weren't sure if we could fill. That's the Jordan Lyles take.
Yep.
Mr. Ryan. Do you have any opinions on the general rotation?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of opinions, actually. Yeah, so I'm going bold prediction, Carlos Rodon.
That's a good one.
Top of the rotation. Means I'm not counting on him. I don't think he'll be ready, and he'll be ready for spring training. So he's to start opening day. He's not going to be in the rotation. So
Probably
that's what I'm. I think that's what you guys were doing too. I don't know if we were doing a general year rotation or just opening day.
Like, who are the 5 pitchers that will be the general rotation for the majority of the
Okay.
season? I guess is the question.
Carlos Rodon. Lock it in right now. Heard it here first.
He's what, a low 2 ERA this year?
I don't know. He's probably going to be
Something like
expensive
that.
as shit, but whatever. Sign him anyway. I don't care.
It's time for that.
It's not my money. Don't care. Number 2 in the rotation is going to be Grayson Rodriguez. I was actually I'm not going to put him in order. It's too much wishy-washy shit. I'm just going to give you 5 names: Rodon, Rodriguez, Radish, Kramer, Hall.
Wow. I was not expecting that out of you.
Yeah, well, if it was up to me, no. But they already said he's going to be ramped up in spring training to join the starting rotation next year. They specifically said it, so
They did, but he sucks, man.
I know.
And I'm not giving up on him. I still know that he has potential. I still want to see him get another shot, but he's got to earn it.
Well,
Yeah.
next year starts when you have to literally look at the roster, the rotation, the bullpen as, are these pieces going to be good enough in the playoffs? And like, you can't say that about DL Hall right now. Like, you can't say it about Gray Rod either, but you also can't not say it, you know?
We've seen.
I think there's more reason to believe that Grayson Rodriguez,
Right.
because DL Hall, while he's had the most electric stuff coming through the minors, there's always a hint of concern about his control.
Yep.
And I think it was worse than we expected. I think he could definitely go through stretches where he improves that. I think we saw the absolute worst that we're going to see out of DL Hall for sure. So like I said, I'm not giving up on him. I still think he has a world of potential, but I'm also not going to pencil him in for an automatic spot when he's kind of a wild card still, I think.
Yeah, it's true. I think too many people kind of have him thought as a sure thing when I don't think they have a reason to believe that.
I mean, I hope like hell, man. I really do, because I've enjoyed seeing good DL Hall come through the minors. He's been a lot of fun to watch, but let's call it what it is, man. He sucked ass in the big leagues this year.
He really wasn't that good at AAA either. And I'm happy they brought him up for a look this year at the major league level, but I don't think he got the run he was supposed to, but I don't know if he even deserved the call up initially.
I'm not going to say he didn't deserve a call up. He was a little inconsistent though, but the worst guys have gotten called up. He had some dominant stretches at AAA too, but then he would mix in some shitty ass stretches also. Like when he was on, he's better than anybody else is on, but he was also off a decent amount too. I mean, he had like a 15 strikeout game, and he had like 3 or 4 straight double-digit strikeout games in AAA. So he showed that he can be really fucking good.
Since September 9th, what do you guys think DL Hall's ERA is?
What's that?
Since September 9th?
Since September 9th to now, what do you think DL Hall's ERA is?
I feel like he's been good over that stretch. So
What do you think it is, Josh?
I'm going to go with like 3.8.
Brad?
I mean, there's a reason you're asking. If
Just give me a number.
I'm saying if I looked it up, I probably would have said 8. But since you're asking, I'm going to say like 3.9.
1.17.
Damn.
Really? Okay.
How many
All right.
innings is that over though?
7 2/3.
Okay. Small
All right.
sample size, but that is good. It's very
Makes
good.
me feel slightly better, I guess.
They haven't
Right.
been giving him like multi-inning appearances from my watching, but
He's got, in that period, he's 9 strikeouts to 2 walks.
Well, that's good.
man, I
Case-
hope he's not a reliever in his career.
His Ks
that
per
would-
nine, Ks per 9 over that stretch is 10.5.
Do want to cut in with a quick update. Aaron Judge struck out swinging in the 8th. Looks like he's going to get through the first game of this Ranger series without hitting a home run. So he's got 2 games left to do it.
What's the pitcher that struck him out?
Jonathan Hernandez, a relief pitcher for the Rangers.
He didn't want to be in the trivia question.
Then Jonathan Hernandez.
AI generated MLB The Show name.
If there's one thing I know about Jonathan Hernandez, he does not want to be the answer to a trivia question.
If I know him like I think I do.
Yeah.
So we've got a month of good deal haul.
How do the
Promising.
bullpen, though? How's
A
the
month.
bullpen?
I mean, worst case scenario in a playoff run, you can use a guy that throws like that out of the bullpen, in September or whatever, if he's not panning out as a starter. So I guess there's always that.
I guess it didn't seem that way because he came in one game with the bases loaded and nobody out. I'm pretty sure like all the inherited runners scored, but he didn't get charged with them.
It is possible.
So I think that's why I was thinking he wasn't that good.
Yeah, well, again, it's just managerial masterclass from Brandon Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring DL Hall in that situation. Fucking no neck having ass motherfucker.
It
Anyways,
is his birthday today.
I don't care.
Manager of the year, baby.
Happy birthday, Brandon. Get the fuck away from my baseball team.
Buck Britton for manager.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, I would love it.
I'm down.
Be cool. I'm not
Give it to
anti
me.
Brandon Hyde, but it would be cool. Buck Britton. Because all those guys know him.
Yeah.
For sure.
He came through the system with him.
I cannot believe they're still playing this game right now.
Is it raining that hard?
Jorge's helmet is dripping like water.
Well, he's bad, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's
They
just
did
the
the
one.
mic'd up with him today, and I was just sitting there like fist clenched. Don't make me like him. He's not going to
Yeah.
be here forever.
Nope. Hopefully not beyond this year.
So we can talk about, I mean, it's not on our notes, but we can talk about next year's infield then, since you're talking about hopefully Jorge's not here next year.
I was having a discussion with a friend about next year's Orioles infield.
I'm gonna
So-
guess that you want to sign a decent free agent in the infield.
They should.
I
don't.
do.
I don't.
I do. I have
Me
zero faith in Jordan Westberg. None.
We have three guys who really tore it up in AAA.
I mean, did he actually tear it up in AAA though? I know he hit some bombs, but I'm
Okay.
looking it up now. I will gladly
Okay, Jordan
He-
Westberg was pretty damn good in AAA. And-
gladly eat my words. I just want to
and-
look up his numbers.
Okay, and then I'll say Norby and Ortiz really tore up Bowie and their short time in AAA too.
I also have zero faith in both of those guys. Yeah.
I can understand the Norby thing because he wasn't that high. He was a second round pick, but he wasn't really that good until he just hit August, and then he was insane. But
Well, I disagree with
Westberg
that.
has a longer track
That's
record.
fine.
I disagree with
That's
that.
fine.
Connor Norby was just a touch below Colton Cowser ever since they both got pulled up from Aberdeen.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm saying
So
since he got out of that Aberdeen drag, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I
but
like
that
seeing
was-
multiple seasons, I guess.
all right. So yeah, Westberg was better in AAA than I thought he was. That's
Yeah, he had
fair.
a good year in AAA.
Yeah. 869 OPS, 21.8 strikeout percentage, which is that high?
That's about average. It's actually a
About
little below
It's
average.
it's not something that concerns me. Let's put it
No, I'm just looking. 10.7 walk rate, which is I think pretty good, right?
10.7 is way above MLB average.
All right. I have a little more faith in Jordan Westberg. I do not change my opinion on Connor Norby or Joey Ortiz though.
Joey
Connor
Ortiz,
Norby.
I just don't think they're both glove. I mean, I guess not Norby. but
No.
They picked Ortiz for his glove. I
I don't believe that to be true. He was known to be a hitter at New Mexico State, I believe it was.
he was at
yeah.
New Mexico State. Yeah, with Bradish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he was a glove first guy.
When they drafted him, that's what I heard.
I'm pretty sure that was how he graded out.
He
It
was
like,
a glove guy.
You might be right. I just feel like I remember hearing differently, but you might be right. So I'm not going to
He's-
say you're wrong.
he was
But
like a slightly better bat, Caden Grenier type thing at the draft.
Prospect report gives him a 40 hit tool, 30 game power, 40 raw power. I mean, 60 field tool. So to
I don't
me,
give a fuck about defense. I don't.
well, yes, I know. I don't
Yeah.
either. But
That's not what he said.
when the prospects
I
report
know,
says
I
that,
know.
that's
I
a
know
glove
it's
first
not, right?
player. That's what I'm saying, brother.
All right.
I don't know.
Read
I mean-
Norby. Norby had a 960 at Bowie and a 1.123 at AAA.
I mean, that's good, man, but I don't know. It's
One of those three has to turn into a very good major league player.
I don't think they do.
I think you're more saying like I don't know that they do, but like when we have options like Trey Turner and Dansby Swanson on the free agent market, I think that that's the ceiling of Westberg and Ortiz
I guess.
anyway.
Yeah.
I guess I could get behindEy Turner. I don't think Dansby Swanson's worth whatever the fuck he's going to get.
I think you should really take a look at his numbers.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll pull it
He's
up
been a
real
six
quick.
worst
When I
shortstop
look,
this year.
Yeah, Dansby's he's something else this year, dude.
Like Trey Turner is worth less in terms of WAR at least than Dansby Swanson was this year.
he's got a
getting better.
He's got a 778 OPS. 100.
Is that not Jordan Westberg's ceiling though? Like, are we being honest?
Yeah,
if we say that Jordan Westberg's better than
But Dansby Swanson's going to get like $300 million. Jordan
No.
Westberg's going to.
I just don't
How
think
much
he
do you
will
think-
get that much
how-
money.
No,
How
I
much
don't
do you
think so
he's-
either.
How much?
Dansby is having a career year.
He's like a
So-
career like 105 OPS plus. He's like a good defender, but I don't think that demands the kind of contracts we saw for like Correa and Story and things like that.
I think he signs for less than $200 million.
He definitely gets triple digits, but I mean, don't know. Maybe he sounds like a Correa type deal.
I really think one of those three guys can put up a 778 OPS for
So okay,
one
here
small percentage, like a 1% of that cost.
here's my question to you then, Brad. If you are that convinced Connor Norby and or Jordan Westberg and or Joey Ortiz can play to a 770 OPS in the big leagues, what year is that? Because are we talking
Next year.
in 2025? No fucking way, dude.
one of those
No way.
one of those three can do it next year.
Not a fucking shot, dude.
I don't think so, man.
Nah, no way.
Not next year. I could maybe get behind you for like maybe Jordan Westberg peaks at like a 778 OPS when he's like 27 or something. But I don't think a rookie Jordan Westberg can do that.
Even if it's 750 to 760, is that worth spending another 200 million for? No.
What did Bobby Witt Jr. do this year as his first?
I just don't care about the money, dude. Like
I do, because we have a budget and I want to spend it on something that's going to actually vastly improve us, not just marginally improve
so
us.
who is that?
Pitching.
Okay, who is that? Who are you spending $200 million on this offseason? I'm not talking about next year. This offseason, who are you giving $200 million?
I don't have the free agent pitching list in front of me, so I can't answer that. But
It's a small list. It is a short list.
I promise you my answer is not going to be Dansby Swanson.
Okay.
I'll say that I'll guarantee you that.
It's not a great free agent class this year, but the Orioles could really add some much needed value at certain positions with what is out there.
Yes, they could.
It's like Rodon and Turner, Swanson,
Chris Bassett.
Chris Bassett's out there. I think there's Manaea, I think is the other one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple guys out there, but I mean, it's not even close to like what last year was.
Who's the guy? Who did Yankees trade for? Frankie Montas. I think he's a free agent too.
Yeah,
I could be
think
wrong.
so. Joey Gallo. I saw someone wanted him. It's like, no,
That's crackhead behavior right there.
it is.
If we're signing if we're
no.
signing any outfielder, it's Jock. If we're signing any outfielder, it's Jock.
Yep, absolutely.
Has to.
I want Colton Cowser to be on the opening day roster. I don't think he will, but I want him.
I think
I want
he
him
can
to.
at least play as good as Austin Hayes did this year, if not better.
Yes, and factor in Cowser can bat lefty. He bats lefty, and Hayes bats righty. And where do we play? Camden Yards.
Right.
That's a big deal.
Yep. And I don't think you lose a lot on the defensive end either, because Hayes hasn't really graded out that well defensively this year either.
Right. So Yeah, I would. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, but I would like to see Cowser personally on the opening day roster.
I just don't think it's a
Not a free-
serious attempt if Austin Hayes is like a starter still on this team. If he takes the Ryan McKenna role, whatever, but like I don't think he's like playoff quality starting outfielder.
Montes is not a free agent.
No?
Just so you guys know. Nope.
Okay.
He's ARB3 next year and UFA in 2024.
Okay. So is it just Bassett and Rodon and Manaya?
Well, it's not
Sucks.
it's not good.
A lot of extensions have happened with like that year of pitchers because I think like Clevenger was supposed to go this year. I think what's the other one I'm trying to think of? Shit. There was a couple that were like extended. Joe Musgrove, I think the other one. Like those guys would be.
Yes,
they would get a
Musgrove was
decent amount of
one
money.
that Musgrove was one of the guys that I thought he would be like a realistic target, and then like a couple days later he extended.
Yep.
So yeah, let's see all positions. Let's do starting pitcher here.
Like people are gonna want us to go get DeGrom too, and it's like I just don't think that's gonna happen or should happen.
No, there's a lot of
That would worry me too because he's going to cost a fuckload of money. Unless
Aaron Nola. I keep forgetting about
Nola's
Aaron
the good one. Yeah, Nola's a good target. If we don't get Rodon, we better get Nola. But yeah, that's about it.
You guys want Andrew Heaney?
No.
yeah, I'd take him.
Hasn't Tyler Anderson been really good this year for the Dodgers?
Yes.
Has Haney been good for
making
the
$8 million.
Dodgers?
Let's find out. Give me statistics, damn it.
Haney has been pretty solid.
A 2.88 ERA, 107 WHIP. Jesus Christ, man.
What are they doing over there?
I
They
don't
turned
know.
Tony Gonsolin into like a Cy Young candidate.
Absurd.
It's
He got
absurd.
booed off the field in his first start as a Yankee against the Orioles.
Who, Haney?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Great
Gave up like
fans over there.
5. He gave up like 5 home runs.
Yeah, I remember it was terrible. It's like their big offseason or their big trade deadline acquisition.
Oh, your boy Josh. The absolute travesty that was not signing Matt Boyd. So that was out
Yes.
there again.
Real. Does he pitch this year?
Yeah, he got traded.
I know he got
He's in
traded, but
Seattle
did he
now.
pitch at all?
That's fine.
1.74 ERA over
There you
10
go.
innings.
Yeah.
Matt Boyd season still on.
Okay.
Let's calm down over there.
Yes, please.
Uh,
Please. I should have screenshotted your little fucking tirade in that chat about the fact that we didn't sign Matt Boyd. That was embarrassing, Josh.
It was an emotional time,
Embarrassing.
Ryan. I really thought we'd sign somebody of value.
Embarrassing.
You guys see Rougned Odor got most valuable Oriole votes?
So did Lyles, my
So
boys.
did Lyles and Mateo.
Yep.
Lyles got votes.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Yeah, all 3 of those votes, or whoever voted for those 3, need to have like their certification stripped, their name dragged through the mud. Terrible. There's a case for Lyles, but not Odor.
No, there isn't.
There is no case
for
if Adley exists, but I guess like you could say there's a case for his second place or something.
Sure.
Whatever.
No, I would say Santander is second place.
Yeah.
True.
Felix Bautista is probably third.
Yeah,
Kramer's probably not far off. Mullins, Urias, they're all up there.
I can see Mullins being like 4th or 5th or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was our second highest WAR position player, I think.
Yeah,
Boys.
I would put Kramer over Lyles. I put Kramer over Lyles.
I think so.
So shall we? I think we should just take a moment really quick, guys. We got to wind down the show. We've been going for a little while, but we should take a moment, each of us, and just kind of reflect on the season that is now coming to an end. I got to be honest with you. I don't share your opinion, Josh. I'm very sad to see it go.
I corrected myself in the intro. I said, like, yeah, not that I'm sad to see the Orioles season end, but 162 games is a long time.
I'd watch it year round if I could. This season was one of the most unexpected things that I have ever seen out of a team that I've watched, and that includes the 2018 Washington Capitals winning the Stanley Cup. This team, pull up any 2022 season preview. Did anybody pick this team to win more than 60 games? Maybe.
Definitely not.
I mean,
70.
I did. I picked us to win over 61.
I'm not talking about us, Brad. I'm talking about the people that get paid to put those previews together.
Fuck, no, they don't know shit.
Clearly, this has just been it's been so unexpected the way this team has gone on. I mean, we all kind of expected it to happen when Adley came up, but I don't think any of us saw it coming together the way it did. It's just the way everyone seemed to rally around this young generational bright talent that was suddenly put into the lineup. And I can't believe it. I can't believe we're sitting here and they're getting their asses kicked in the rain right now. But I can't believe we're sitting here with guaranteed the Orioles are going to finish this season with a winning record. I'm still just dumbfounded by that. They had no business being here, man. So many overperformers, so many crazy fucking moments that just kind of just made you shake your head. Some of the way they put together some walk-off wins. This team's not going to the playoffs. Their season will end on Wednesday, no matter what. But I'll never, ever forget the 2022 Orioles. I don't know about you guys.
I would say they rank third among my favorite Orioles teams. I still wouldn't put them ahead of the 2012 team. And I wouldn't put them ahead of the 2014 team, even though the 2014 team was expected to be much better. Still, they won 96 games, so it's tough to put them ahead of that. But, yeah, I expected improvement this year. I'm not shocked that they were better. I'm surprised that they were as good as they are. But as fun as it was, I don't think at any point I really thought we were going to make the playoffs. I mean, we kind of expressed that many times throughout the season. But they gave us a hell of a summer, that's for sure. It was fun going to games again. It was fun feeling the energy of the yard. And I'm ready for the next step. So, yeah, that's where I would put it. I'd say they're my third favorite Orioles team of my fandom that goes back to 97. So,
as you guys know, the 2012 Orioles were the team that made me an Oriole fan. I didn't even get to watch the games every night. I just would see highlight reels and whatever I could find to, consume media for that team. And watching the walk-offs, the excitement of that team, the push for the playoffs at the end of the season. And that team is what brought me here. And I would even put this season over that season because I was able to watch so many more games. I was much more into it this time. And it was just such a random spurt of success. I think at the beginning of the season, we had all said 70 games. If they win 70, we'll call it a pretty good season. We're on pace for where we need to be. This team went out and won a minimum of 82 games, I think is what it is they're at right now. 82 games. They were the last AL team eliminated from playoff contention. And wow, man, they didn't even really do that much in the offseason. The young guys came up. We saw Adley, we saw Gunnar, we saw Stowers, we saw Bradish, we saw DL Hall for a time. I mean, there's a lot of young guys here, a lot of young talent. And even the guys that are here already, Mullins, Mountcastle, Urias, whoever you want to name, they're all exciting pieces. And I mean, you could look at a lot of lineups this year and you could really feel good about the game. And I don't think we could say that for the last few years. And it's just great to watch this team for the whole 162.
Yeah, man. What a fun year. Like I said, I'm so sad to see it be going away. But we can look forward to next year. We can go down to Sarasota for spring training, like we said we were going to this past year, but the lockout took that away from us. I think 2023 will be the year of the bird.
Playoffs or bust, baby.
Yep. Yeah, they gotta do it. They gotta do it next year. Yep. They really do.
Ryan, I think
Yeah.
you and I talked about it a little, but you said it best. Us not being able to talk, or us not having to talk about the prospects like as the main center of attention for most of the season has been a nice change.
Yeah, dude, nobody wants to talk about prospects.
I do, but
Come
I
on.
do, but
Do you want to talk about them more than the major league team though? Like ideally, no.
not more than the major league team going on a playoff push. No.
Yeah. Prospects are what you talk about when you have nothing to talk about at the major league level.
So you have to look towards later years.
I've still fallen in love with minor league baseball over the past few years, so I still enjoy it. But
There
yes,
is a difference, though. Minor league baseball is its own experience. It's a great time, man. But when that's the only thing you're focused on, the whole conversation about the organization just on prospects, that's not a healthy organization.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Not to say we were unhealthy the last couple of years. We just kind of had no choice. Because we're in the right direction now, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. Next year, the Orioles are here. It's been announced. We got a lot of national attention this year.
Yeah, a ton of national attention. That was crazy. It took me all year to get used to. Brad, why don't you give us your final minor league baseball roundup?
Yep.
And tell us what you're going to do for this special occasion.
Okay, so since a lot of teams finished a couple weeks ago, Tides just finished last week. I'm just going to go down and give my quick MVP that I'm naming for every team at every level. Tides, I'm going to give that to Gunnar Henderson. Bay Sox, yep. Bay Sox, I'm going to give to Colton Cowser. Aberdeen, Cesar Prieto.
Let's go.
Spicy meatball.
And then Delmarva. It was a toss-up. I thought about Heston Kjerstad. That's what I initially said, but then I realized he had like 100 at-bats. Frederick Ben Cosme tore it up there pretty much for about 2.5 to 2.5 times that amount. So I'm going to give it to Frederick Ben Cosme as the MVP of your Delmarva Shorebirds. And there you have it.
Had a tough year.
Yeah, but they were a lot more exciting towards the end of the year. I'll tell you that much. Once after the draft,
They got the draft picks. Yep.
Yep. So I'm excited to see what Jackson Holiday has to say about things next year.
He'll probably start there, but he'll probably end in Aberdeen.
I think he's going to be in Delmarva for maybe a month next year, and then he'll move up to Aberdeen. Possibly, if things go well, spend like the last month of the season in Bowie.
I think like the Kobe Mayo treatment is probably a good way to look at it. Like if he's successful in the lower levels, they'll make the move to Bowie.
Yeah. Or the Gunnar Henderson treatment. Gunnar Henderson 2021. 3 different levels. So
yep.
Cool. Thanks, Brad.
yes, sir.
Let's quickly see who won the final fantasy game of the year, shall we?
Let's do it.
Jinx. Who's first?
Who'd you score, Josh?
I had Brad.
Right. Well, how did you do?
Brad,
Let us know.
Adley gave you 26.4 points with a steady but successful month of September. Connor Norby popped off 51.2 points, and Drew Rom had a good start and a bad start. That brings you to a total of 87.61 points.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby, indeed.
Okay,
All right.
next. Josh, not your best, buddy. Not your best.
Damn.
You got 35 points from Cedric. It's pretty good. 27 out of Jordan Westberg, only 15 out of Dean Kramer, leaving you a 77.8.
That's better than I thought.
I'll finish it off with Ryan. I got you at 13.66 for Gray Rod. He had one good start, one bad start. Cowser did all right for you, 34.59. Gunner, actually, you picked him in maybe one of his lesser stretches, and he got you 25.9. You ended up at 74.15.
Brad is the winner. Ryan loses out on the season.
Woohoo!
Let me count the totals here. Who had the best year? 1 for Brad, We didn't score August 22nd, apparently, or July 25th.
Yeah, we realized that the last time we scored was like early July.
Yeah, we had a bad middle of the season stretch here. 1, 2, 3 Brad, 4 Brad, 5 Brad, 4. You had 5 Brad. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Brad is the winner.
Yeah! All right.
Ryan did not win it.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Mom, I did it. I know you're going to be listening to this at some point. I did it. We're going to celebrate.
Ryan takes an 0 for 9 on the year.
Yeah.
Tough season, buddy.
Look, man, when it comes to picking fantasy teams,
I'm kind of retarded.
It's like you won every week last year too, almost. It seems like.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, you dominated last week. It's because this year you were. I'll take.
You talk about 6 inches now. That's a lot.
There's
They
the
don't.
intro clip.
just
Moaning into it. Talk about
Just-
6 inches.
Holy shit. Okay. So I really wanted to get to this. I'm really excited about this. We have a brand new segment that we're going to start. We're going to debut it here, and it's going to carry into next year. Inspired by the Orioles and their home run chain this year, we're going to give out weekly home run chains. It's going to be for anything that we want to give it to. It could be a person. It can be a thing. It could be a restaurant, a great meal that we had, anything in the past week that we want to give our home run chain to. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to, Brad, do you have one?
No. I don't have one.
I'm going to turn it over to Josh. Brad, think of one.
You didn't ask me if I had one, but I did. I do. So Taco Bell has been very clutch for me the last few weeks. We're on a budget here. We've been doing renovations. Taco Bell on their app, they have a online exclusive. It's called the Cravings Box. You get a main entree. It's like a crunch wrap or whatever. It's what I usually get. You get a side, which is usually a burrito or a hard shell taco or whatever. You get a drink and you get like cinnamon twist or whatever. All for $5. That's insane. And that's been very clutch for me. I live 5 minutes from a Taco Bell now, and really gets us through those long days of, laying down flooring or painting or whatever. And they get my home run chain for the week. And it's always been pretty solid. I haven't had any problems.
Excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Taco Bell is clutch. I love their breakfast, especially.
I haven't even had it.
Oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? Nah. Bro, the breakfast crunch wrap. The
I will
breakfast
try
crunch
it.
wrap. That's all
I'll try
I
it for you.
That's all I have to say. Brad, did you think of one yet?
I was hoping you were going to go.
Okay,
second.
I will. That's
I can.
no,
I can
that's
go.
okay.
I can
I'll go.
I
I'll give
have
you some
one.
more time. I'll give you some more.
No,
Do you
I
have
have
one?
it. I have
Okay.
it.
All right. Let's do it.
I'm going to give my home run chain to Queen Elizabeth for serving for 70 plus years in British royalty. Queen Elizabeth, R.I.P. You get my home run chain.
can't wait to make the graphic for that one.
Boom.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
Brad from the top rope.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh God. Well done, Bradley. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. I cannot wait to make that picture. Can't wait. All right. So, I talked about Arsenal earlier, and so I'm giving my home run chain to Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka is a midfielder for Arsenal. He's been here for 6 years, and he has had one of the most insane player redemption arcs that I've ever seen in a professional athlete. He came to Arsenal from Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany, I think. And he had not a great start to his career. He seemed like he was too slow, couldn't keep up in the Premier League. He got sent off quite a bit. And actually kind of all came to there was a lot of tension building between him and the fans. And it actually like all came to a head like in 2019 against Crystal Palace. He had a particularly poor game. The manager subbed him off, and normally when home team players are subbed off, they're clapped for by the home fans, and the player will go off and he'll clap and show his appreciation for the home fans. But in this case, the fans were not cheering for him. They were cheering that he was being taken off, and he did not take it well. He kind of like started shouting at fans. He took his shirt off and like threw it on the ground and shit. And it was this whole thing about how, he doesn't fit at the club anymore. Well, since Arsenal's current manager came in, he's had this insane arc. He's playing him in a different role. He's playing well. He's not getting into trouble anymore. And on Sunday, he scored the goal to put Arsenal up 3-1. And yeah, so I'm giving my home run chain to Granit Xhaka.
There you go. Congratulations.
That is a nice arc.
Congratulations to all home run chain winners.
Yes, especially Taco Bell.
All of various backgrounds.
See, but that's why this is fun, though.
As a side shout out to me giving Queen Elizabeth the home run chain, I don't want it to go unnoticed that King Charles, at the age of 73, finally has his first job. Good for you, Charles. Good luck, buddy.
Still
Shit.
pretty wet.
Damn it.
I love the image of Brad just like glued to the screen, like when Prince William got married or something at the royal weddings.
No, I don't actually give a fuck.
Sitting there
about that.
like, holy shit, Megan is wearing that? Are you kidding me?
She said,
Actually-
what?
Actually, no. When I was living with my ex, and they did have that Meghan Markle and Harry wedding, that was on TV, so I did see a little bit of it. Yes.
Talking about Brad on his own volition,
Yeah.
seeking it.
Oh yeah. I love that stuff. I love it. Can't get
I
it.
can't believe
All
that
right.
shit's on tabloids.
I can't.
Like, just on the
I can't
news.
wait till. Doesn't what's his name? William and Kate have a daughter, so 15 years or so from now she'll get married. So that's the next royal wedding.
There we go.
Yeah. So
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Brad, stop.
Next time
We'll talk
we'll
about
fully
it.
debunk the tree of the Windsor family.
that's
Really
it.
narrow this
Oh,
down.
God, I wish I had a hotkey for Alex Jones saying black helicopters. Oh, conspiracy theories. Anyways, man, thanks everybody for, hopefully you're still listening. I think we've been going for like an hour and 40 minutes at this point. But if you're still here, we really appreciate that you're still here. Thanks for being with us all season long. It's been a great year of growth for this podcast, and our social media presence has been, we got some regular listeners. We can tell they interact with you guys, frequently on Twitter. It's really appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. So we're still going to be here, but this kind of marks the end of the 2022 season. So just want to say thanks to everybody that listened in and participated in the giveaways and joined the Discord server, which you should still do, by the way, and followed us on Twitter and everything. Just thanks everybody. Thanks for being here and listening to these three absolute buffoons talking baseball on a Zoom call. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yep.